Hey, this is Don with D.R.C. working on my 25-inch California trimmer. This is the center drive wheel, the old one. It's all nice and rusted out. We have our bearings that bolt on the side, and then we have our sprocket that bolts on this side also. We have our shaft, we have our shaft clamp, we have our spacers for the sprocket that goes on here, and then the sprocket bolts on top. We are going to upgrade our center drive wheel with a new one. So this one is out and you can see the difference. This one here is pretty worn out. So we'll go with this new one here. We have good grooves that will give us better traction. So let's go ahead and put this together. Start with our bearings. Bearings fit inside the bearing holder, which is this piece. And the bearing fits inside. Bearings are open on one side, sealed on the other. So the open side goes inside here. What we're gonna do is we're gonna pack our bearings with grease and install them in here and clean them up. First thing we'll do is remove our bearing from our bearing holder. There we go. This one's a little sticky. We'll clean it up a little bit. I like using a little WD-40, water displacement, cleans it and gets the water out of it. All right, let's go ahead and pack the bearing. I'm gonna be using some of this Coastal Premium High Temp grease. We won't get no high temps on it, but it works. Okay, so let's get some grease inside our bearing. So what I do is I get this and I'll just scoop some grease inside there and I'll push it into my palm. There we go. Push it down inside the bearing. Work it in a little bit, and you can see it works its way down into the bearing. All right, so you can see that the grease is going into it. So we'll just leave it like that. We'll top it off, give it a wipe, and we'll put it into the bearing holder. And then repeat on the second one and put together our new drive wheel. So this side here has the 2 bolt holes. These holes are just blanks, so we don't put anything in there. We'll put one bearing in here, new hardware. I put lock washers and a washer. Okay, let's go ahead and put our bearing on here. I like starting the bearings off, the bolts, by hand, so we don't get them cross-threaded. I'm gonna put a little copper grease on here. I use this stuff called Breakout. Got some copper in it, anti-seize and lubricant. We'll just put a little dab right there to start it out. Oh. All right, let's do the other side. And this side here has the bearing holder and the sprocket holder. So let's first put in our axle. Fits right in there like that. And we'll need to space it up. I'll use a couple of 4x4s. Put on our bearing, and we'll put some copper grease on there, just a little dab. We'll get our spacers on here for our sprocket. We'll put our sprocket on. So our center drive wheel now is ready to install. Okay, now we have our sprocket on. It's thicker because it's going to take a number 40 chain instead of a number 41. The bigger the number, the smaller the chain. So this will be some fat chain on there. This is our bracket that holds this on. This fits like that, tabs down. To install our wheel bracket, this fits on there like this. And we have our axle U-bolt. Same thing on the other side. Okay, now we have our U-bolts in place. Let's leave them loose so we can slide it back and forth, make some adjustments, and we will install our bolts that holds it onto the frame of the lawnmower. So let's go ahead and get this over to our lawnmower and get it bolted up.